Nearly 20 years since a young woman clocked out of work, never to be seen again.
Her family knew something bad had happened when she didn't pick up her one-year-old from the babysitter. While homicide took over the case, her body has never been found, and it's continued to haunt a top prosecutor. Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, uncovers part of an interview with her husband we've never aired before.
We want her back too. We're just heartbroken.
Ricarda Tillman-Locket was reported missing February 19th, 2007.
My worst fear is that she's not alive.
Investigators say they are concerned about Ricarda's well-being because of their history of domestic violence.
It's pretty obvious it's foul play.
They is suspecting I killed her. I ain't killed her.
We'll never let it go. I want them to know we will never let it go.
For 18 years, the world moved forward while families stood still. It was February 19, 2007.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Richenda Pritchard spoke to her niece, Ricarda Tillman-Locket, before she clocked out of her job at a downtown restaurant.
She said, I love you. That was it.
Tillman-Locket was supposed to pick up her one-year-old, but never did.
I said, oh, no, this ain't right. You know, I didn't feel something ain't right here. That baby, she'd call her baby all through the day. And I said, keep calling her.
Tillman-Locket moved to Memphis when she was 19. Soon after, she met a man, Lou Lockett, at her job and married him in 2005. 9 months later, their son was born.
She wanted to be a mother and a wife and all of that.
It seems it wasn't a fairy tale, though. We found a police report from June 2005, 5 days after they married. Lockett reportedly showed up to her work, yelling, cursing at the doorman regarding a situation with his wife, all while armed with a loaded semi-automatic pistol. Other reports indicate financial issues. And this report, filed a month before her disappearance, stated the couple got into a heated argument. Lockett grabbed his wife, pushed her down, and choked her.
He's abused her. And that's why she was leaving.
Her father told us Tillman-Locket and her son moved into a shelter, and she planned to file for divorce. The last time someone saw her, she was getting into Lockett's car.
I've asked him, why don't you tell us where Rika is? He won't say nothing.
Police stressed they were concerned for Tillman-Locket's safety. They questioned her husband multiple times, but he's never been charged in connection with her disappearance. In March 2007, Lockett maintained his innocence in an interview with our Melissa Moon. We found a copy buried in our archives. This part of the interview never aired until now.
To come back?
That's a hard thing to say because it really was on her. To be honest, no. I miss her, but no.
He says they shared a car, so he picked her up from work that day, dropping her off at his home instead of the shelter.
I left here, and she told me that she loved me, and, you know, I went to go, work on the car or whatever out in Whitehaven.
Lockett said he stayed at his mother's house that night, but didn't explain why. When he went home the next day,
her phone was right here charging like my phone or whatever.
But his wife was nowhere to be found.
I didn't see her wallet or anything.
He stressed he didn't know where she was.
I truly feel that my wife is somewhere she wants to be and not that I did something to her.
We tried contacting Lockett for another interview, but haven't had any luck.
Can't really talk in terms of suspects. I can say that her husband, Mr. Lockett's always been a person of interest in the case.
Shelby County Deputy District Attorney Paul Hagerman.
That person of interest used some of her personal information, credit cards, things like that, after she went missing. So I think that we've always wanted explanations.
Hagerman says back then the case was built on the expectation Tillman-Locket would be found.
And I think that hampered the investigation back then and decisions back then.
The homicide unit didn't take the case until years later.
Always been a case that sort of I've kept on the forefront in my mind. Just something sort of about the details of the case just sort of struck me. And she had been the victim just recently of domestic abuse and was living in a women's shelter, and innocent victim, child.
Hackerman says he and other detectives have tried to move this case forward using new cell phone technology as well as DNA testing. They've poured through the file time and time again, even referring to a book that Locket wrote, reportedly detailing how to get rid of a body using acid.
Locket stressed that's all it was, a fantasy novel he wrote to entertain.
For the public to read and say, hey, this is a weird story or this is an interesting story, that's fiction. My lifestyle is totally different from that book.
Tillman-Locket was just 22 years old when she disappeared. A loving, caring, lively spirit who always put her son first.
She loved her son, she does. And then to be took away from her baby and took away from in this world. You know she's gone.
Gone, never found in these past 18 years.
She was a person, she had a life.
A family, just holding their breath for answers. Investigating for your news leader, Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
Pritchard says while Locket gained custody of the baby, she ended up raising him. She also detailed the night Locket showed up to her home right after a missing persons report was filed.